PC campus, which has got about 32,000 students, only has housing units not more than 3,000. Who is it that you need to go and build affordable units for? That's all we are saying. And to me, this is what this thing we call democracy, this constitution, that's all it makes me tell government that there are better alternatives and options without the government thinking that it's their power I want. Dibal, I really hope Kenyans understand what I'm saying. We are not after President William's power. If the country was more affordable, if the taxes were reasonably fair, if university students were getting affordable university funding, if the CBC system, which was started by Uhuru and company, was working and the government is running, if students are being recruited from university, the government has already brought in, gosh, about 15 companies that are opening opportunities for Kenyan kids to get jobs. Why would I talk about failure of government? I would be telling government, you've done quite well, all right? We understand what you're pushing. Now, our issues, then now you can start having those disagreements you're supposed to have. Number two, I've been on recess. I have been taking a break.
AKC Senator Richard Onyonka has delivered a sharp critique of President William Ruto's leadership, saying that while he acknowledges certain achievements, he believes the president has largely failed. Speaking during a live television program, the senator outlined his concerns and explained why he would not remain silent in the face of what he viewed as government shortcomings. Senator Onyonka stated that he has never approached politics with a personal attack against the president. He emphasized that his criticism is based on performance and policy rather than individual differences. According to him, these are areas where President Ruto deserves recognition, but he insisted that overall the administration has not met the expectations of Kenyans. ATC Senator went further to say that it is his responsibility as an elected leader to speak out whenever government policies appear to be going in the wrong direction. He said he does not view his role as one of seeking personal favor from the state in exchange of a silence. Instead, he insisted that his mandate from the people require him to raise his voice and highlight issues affecting the nation. Onyonka explained that keeping quiet in the face of failures would amount to betraying the voters who entrusted him with the Senate seat. He said his role is not to protect the government leaders from criticism, but to point out areas where policies are failing to deliver. He maintained that speaking openly about this issue is the only way to hold leaders accountable and push for improvement. The senator's comments come at a time when President Ruto is facing increased scrutiny over the performance of his administration. Rising living costs, high unemployment, and the controversial tax policy have drawn criticism from opposition leaders, civic society groups, and even some members of the ruling coalition. Senator Onyonka remarks add to this growing debate. During the television interview, Onyonka stressed that he would not be silent regardless of the pressure or criticism from those who disagree with his opposition. He said it is not his job to shield government action from public scrutiny, but rather to represent concerns of ordinary Kenyans. He repeated insisting that he will not shut up, underline his commitment not to taking public stand. VKC Senator has been outspoken on several issues in the past, often challenging government policies on taxation, governance, and the economy. His latest remarks align with his long-held view that leaders must put the interests of citizens before party loyalty or personal benefit. Onyonka's position also reflects a broader frustration within parts of the political class, where some leaders have expressed disappointment over how government promises are being fulfilled. His decision to speak openly on a national television highlights a continued rift between those defending the government record and those pushing for urgent reforms.
Basic minimums of it. I mean, how many times do we have to keep talking about SHA is not working? Health facilities are closed. Religious organizations are raising these issues. All churches, because they run those health facilities. Do we really need to come and discuss in Parliament why SHA is not working? No. If we were clever, we would have taken what NHIF was doing that was good, pick what SHA was reasonable and better, merge them, and you may get a better system. Who would be criticizing the president? Nobody, right? You see how certain health facilities are being paid, and they provide nothing.
All right.
16 million, 19 million. What we are saying is this, my brother. The level of pilferage of public funds that is taking place. In fact, when the president started talking about how we in Bunge are corrupt, I was saying, finally, he has seen the light. After that, same show, same stories. Now we are being told, I have something here at Dibal, I'm being told NTSA, people are being forced to sign agreements where 49 billion is going to be shared. I mean, why? Those things are not necessary.
Agreement for what?
Agreement for a company that is going to act as an agency between the government and NTSA, which will correct, just like the e-payment system. I mean, we have directors, we have board members who are giving us these things.
So what really necessitates this particular agency? I mean, what is it meant to really solve?
NTSA, as the National Transport Safety Agency, is the one which is going to be giving driver's licenses. Is the one which is going to give certain certificates when you are actually importing your car. It is the one which is, there are certain statutory management platforms that NTSA manages. Right now, instead of NTSA as a government agency collecting driver's license fees, making sure that NTSA, when you have a fine, they follow up and you pay. When your license has been violated so excessively, they're using the court system. They punish you, and all those things are there. Now, a private company that doesn't even exist, is a briefcase private company, is now the one which is going to be the agency that collects money from the Kenyan public and pays it to the government, so that from every transaction, they can also be kullying 50K or 100K, you know, these stories that are happening in our country.
And so there has not been a due process propriety in terms of awarding this particular
It is actually unnecessary.
Unnecessary. All right.
Because once you have the e-payment system, you actually don't need NTSA to collect money.
Indeed.
Their job is to implement policy.
That has been working. All right, we'll want to get a preview of